and welcome to episode 2 of the Bluebell Terrace podcast. It's me, Alex, and here again with George. We've got 4 topics to cover today, and we're going to be talking about the start of the season, the Yate results, and cover over some of the other results as well within the league. We're going to talk about the young fans and the match day experience, and the improvements that the club have made around the ground. And then we'll close off with the club media, the enhancement that they are trying to move forward with here.
Yeah, so just don't forget to like and subscribe. Obviously, the more support we get, the better, really. Just trying to build this page, obviously just starting out this season. So, yeah, thanks for tuning in, and I appreciate all the support that we had in the first episode. So, yeah, I guess we'll kick off, Frenchie.
Absolutely, yeah. So we'll start with the start of the season, I guess, the first 2 games.
Yeah.
So we'll start with Yate, obviously, winning at home against Gosport 1-0, solid performance. And then we obviously went to the Chippenham game yesterday and did live commentary on that, and managed to get a point away from home at Chippenham. What do you think about its first 2 games?
Yeah, I mean, first 2 games, brilliant. We said, didn't we, that it's a tough start when we did this first episode of the podcast, and we've got 2 games out of the way and we're unbeaten. We've picked up 4 points, and it should have been 6, really. I mean, I think it was a fair result in the end, but when you're 95 minutes into the game and you think, can we hold out? 6 points would have been an unbelievable return, but 4 points is still a fantastic return, and the lads should hold their heads high, really, shouldn't they? And hopefully they don't get too deflated by that last minute equaliser from Chippenham yesterday.
Yeah, definitely. I saw the interview with Darren Mullins after, and he hit it nail on the head there, where he said it was a game of 2 halves, wasn't it? Because, I mean, Yate in the first half were just dominant, weren't they? Over the first 10-15 minutes, but after that, dominant.
Yeah, I think you said, obviously, in the post-match review that we did, that 6-second review, that we probably should have been 4-0 up at half-time.
Yeah.
I think Darren reiterated that in his interview, didn't he? So I agree. I think it could have been a lot more, and we could have been going into half-time in a stronger position. Probably need to be a little bit more clinical, but, we're nitpicking, aren't we? You can't be that critical. The lads were brilliant. Could have given 7 or 8 man-of-the-match performances.
Yeah, definitely.
Even defensively, fantastic performances as well on the pitch.
Yeah. It's nice to see such a change, isn't it? As you said, we're kind of 3 hits, weren't they, at the start of the season? We were kind of looking at the first 3 games, thinking, "Gosh, where are those first points going to come from?" And as you said, we come out of the first 2 unbeaten. It's great, isn't it? Yeah,
and I mean, Gosport, we obviously touched on Chippenham there. We obviously didn't make it to the game against Gosport, which is a shame, but that's still a great result. Gosport finished 8th last season, and I think nicked a 1-0 win against them, and just doing what we needed to do. Still a good performance from what I've heard from people that did go to the game. So, yeah, fantastic, really. And obviously, we move on now to the next game.
Yeah, Chertsey at home on Saturday. Away, sorry.
Yeah, Chertsey away. Yeah, so obviously a bit of a drive, but it's about an hour and a half, I think, isn't it? 2 hours. So yeah, hopefully the lads go there. Be a tough game. I think Chertsey they've won the first 2 games, haven't they?
They have, yeah.
And I think they beat Gloucester the first game of the season away. So that was a bit of a surprise.
Yeah, definitely.
And yeah, I think the lads can go into that game full of confidence, and I can see it being a good game, and I don't see why I can't go there and get another result.
Yeah, definitely. So we'll now touch on the other club results within the league. We've just touched on Chertsey having a strong start there, winning away from home at Gloucester 1-0, and then beating Berkhamsted 4-1 at home yesterday. It's a great start, isn't it, for them?
Yeah, I mean, Gloucester obviously a really good side that you're expecting them to be getting promoted every season. They somehow can't get over the line.
Yeah.
And obviously Berkhamsted finishing the playoffs last season, so clearly it's strong. I mean, I think nobody expected them to get into the playoffs, to be honest with you, last season, but they did. And I don't know what sort of players have returned. Obviously, it's always hard to tell without speaking to a fan or knowing the club. So, yeah, potentially retain some of their players, some of the better players, and yeah, Chertsey turned them over. So, yeah, fantastic start for them.
Yeah, and another team that's impressed me so far is Plymouth Parkway, obviously. We touched on it a little bit yesterday. 7-0, their first game of the season against Bracknell, and then 1-1 away from home at Bath City as well.
Yeah, I mean, that's a great start for them, isn't it? They've almost done what we've done in terms of they were in the relegation zone for a lot of last season. They had a really good end to the season last season, and they've just carried it on.
Yeah.
I mean, 7-0 against Bracknell. Obviously, Bracknell got a result last night. Surprisingly, managed to get a decent result against Gloucester.
Yeah.
And then obviously they've gone away to Bath, and Bath's first home game of the season. I think there was 12 or 1,300 on as well. So massive attendance for this level for step 3. And yeah, they've gone and got a point there, so fantastic start for them. And maybe this is going to be a season where they are in amongst the playoffs.
Yeah, I did see as well the following that Plymouth took up from there up to back.
Oh, really?
It's quite a big turnout as well. So.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I didn't see that.
Yeah, they've done well.
Yeah, fair play.
And on the flip side of the table, we just mentioned about Gloucester's 2 poor results and their poor start, so we won't really cover that again. But Bath City and Chippenham especially, we managed to, we were all over them, weren't we, in the first half, as we said. So they were kind of lucky to get a point against us there, and then they lost against Uxbridge start of the season. So
yeah, I think Chippenham, we spoke to one of the fans, didn't we, when we did the pre-game show, and he sort of said they've had a lot of turnover there, so it's going to take them a little bit of time to find their feet. I think there was a spell in the first half for 10-15 minutes where they did look really good, and I think you could see that they've got some real quality there, and I think they will find their feet as the season goes on, so playing them early for us is probably quite a good thing.
Yeah, definitely.
But yeah, I think we expect them to be up there, don't we, towards the end of the season. But and we did with Gloucester, they've had a bad start, and I still think they'll pick up, but yeah, terrible start for them.
Yeah, it really is. Just before we move on to the next topic, do you think these early results, did they change your expectation of where you thought everyone was going to be at the end of the season? Difficult to say, I guess, after 2 games, but what do you think?
Yeah, I think we all said that we expected Yate to be probably just doing the best to stay up again this season. But from what we've seen against Chippenham, so much quality going forward. Sam Morecambe, fantastic on the left. I'm not going to go through them all because you can talk about Marcus Day. Marlon Jackson had a good game. Rex Manning's had a good game. Even Ty Doofus had a good game. Obviously, he scored. But I can go through the whole squad really. Sainsbury made some phenomenal saves towards the end as well, so we've got to give him a shout out. But yeah, I think the whole team looked fantastic this season, and there's definitely improvement on last season. So if you talk specifically about Yate, I think the early signs are that we should be fine. But touch wood, I'm not gonna jinx it. And then yeah, I think some of the early results for the other clubs that you maybe thought would be right up there, I didn't expect some of the results, but I still think probably come the end of the season, things the form or the fortune that we expect will come to fruition. Yeah,
I think with the teams that the players have had a lot of turnover, it's just going to get time to gel, isn't it? And then
yeah, exactly. So I think that'll be. Well, we'll see. Time will tell.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So we'll move on to the second topic of the podcast, which is the young fans and the matchday atmosphere.
Yeah. So I think what we were going to discuss here was obviously last season we had a group of 30, 40, maybe even 50 lads that were at the game. They had the drum, they were singing songs, creating a great atmosphere, and then unfortunately there was a bit of trouble with, I think it was Weymouth, and I think Weymouth were to blame. We weren't at that particular game, but I do know a few people that were at the game, and it just kicked off, and yeah, after that the club really couldn't allow them to come in without being accompanied by an adult. So I believe they weren't at the Gosport game, first game of the season, which is really disappointing. That atmosphere last season was fantastic when they were in the game,
it really was.
And we missed them. We missed them back in the last season, and I think we need to get them back. We need fans like that in the game. We need that atmosphere because it's only going to build the club. It's going to generate more revenue for the club. It's going to get more people into the ground. If there's an atmosphere, there's a bit of a buzz around the club. So yeah, I think I've done a bit of research on this and wanted to sort of say, what can the club do to facilitate them coming back? And I know they've tried to do certain things to offer sort of season tickets, good season ticket rates. Obviously, they've tried to. I don't think they've really done anything other than trying to emphasise being accompanied by an adult. But I know Sholing, who are in the same league, they offer a membership card where the parent or even the child, 14, 15-year-old, would sign up to apply for a membership card. It's completely free. It gives the club that youth's details, and then when they go to the turnstile without being accompanied by an adult, they present the membership card. The club know who's coming in, and then if there is any trouble, I guess it's kind of like a strike basis, they're out, or the club's got the right to refuse entry under that membership card. So it's good for the club, but it's also good for the young fan that wants to come in without the mum or dad, which, people that age, 14, 15, 16.
Yeah, they don't want to be there with
the mum and dad, no. And going with all the mates is what creates the atmosphere.
Yeah.
So I don't know if the club can do something like that. We're here to kind of facilitate that discussion. I don't know whether Mark, the chairman's, ever thought about something like that, but obviously there are other clubs in the league that do it.
Yeah.
So can you maybe speak to them, reciprocate something similar, because we need them back this season. I guess my plea is, I know you've not really come in much on this chat, probably, but
No,
something I
right.
really wanted to talk about today. Any of the young lads that are potentially watching this, if you want to reach out to us, have a chat, it'd be good to get your thoughts on what you feel about whether you can get everybody back or your mates. Share this with your mates, get them to watch it, reach out, comment on the video, because I think we want that interaction, don't we? Really,
yeah, no, definitely.
And we want to know what you think. Like, why aren't you coming back? What's missing? Like, what can the club do to get you back in? And hopefully, that we can make that happen. So the club can facilitate that, and then we get everyone back in, and we get that atmosphere again.
Yeah, absolutely. Because one thing I did notice actually from as we said, we didn't go to the Gosport game, but from the highlights I saw, the Gosport fans took over that area with the young lads, and they were so loud at the start of the game.
Yeah, in that stand, where they always.
They were just whacking the back of it, obviously, to make the atmosphere for the Gosport. But the young lads used to get there like quite early before kick-off, took over it, so then the Gosport fans didn't even have an option to stand there.
Yeah, of course.
I guess the plea's out there now.
yeah. Hopefully, one of the young lads sees it, or if somebody who's watching this knows some of the young lads that have stopped coming and can mention it to them to have a watch, then get in touch and hopefully that we can make that happen so that the lads come back again.
Yeah, absolutely. And then on to the third topic, which is the ground improvements and the match day experience. So obviously one of the first things that I noticed when I walked in on the pre-season game against Bristol Rovers under 18 is that new patio area. Just before the bar area. But you can see it literally on the entrance to the stadium, can't you?
Yeah, you can see it. They've got an open fence, haven't they? Like as you walk in to get your ticket, and it's the patio's on the right next to the clubhouse, and it's much better. I mean, they had a canopy over there, didn't they?
Yeah, they did.
Took that out, repatioed it, and then obviously they've got the YTFC initials.
Yeah, so smart.
In the patio built in brick. So yeah, it is good, and it makes it a bit more clean when you walk into the clubhouse. It's just a nice area to be, especially now when the weather's amazing.
Yeah, but what's it going to look like when it's rain for however long?
No, I'm sure it'll be all right. I mean, we'll volunteer and get the jet wash out if we have to.
Absolutely. Another thing as well, you mentioned about the VIP, the director's box.
Yeah, we talked about that before we came on, didn't we? I mean, most of us don't get in there, do we?
We do.
I mean, it's only a small area, isn't it? I know, like the chairman and visiting chairman and stuff goes in there, but you want to create a good impression. So I think they've put new carpet down, made a few small improvements in there. So I mean, that's something at least, isn't it? It just makes it a bit nicer. I know when we went to Chippenham yesterday, their setup's a lot more advanced, and I think so you've just got to make those small improvements as and when you can.
Yeah, no,
so
definitely.
That people visiting get a good experience.
Yeah, no, I did like the Chippenham ground as well. They've got stands all the way around, which brings me to my next point. Actually, there was talks last season about putting a stand at the back end of the stadium, so opposite our main stand.
Where the bar is.
Where the bar is, yeah. Where the away fans normally base themselves. What happened now? Is that going to happen, do you think? Or?
I don't know. I think. Well, what I wanted to say on that was the problem is it's a big expense to the club, isn't it?
It is,
and there's got to be value in it, and I think there is value in it because, and it kind of brings us on to what we just talked about with the young fans. Traditionally in non-league football, you have that swap over. We did it last night against Chippenham. At half time, all the Yate fans, probably 150, moved to the other side, and the Chippenham fans went around to watch their goal that they're attacking. So it could be something that then does mitigate any future problems for the club if there's any more trouble. But nobody wants to see trouble, especially at this level. It's quite a community feel, very welcoming to the away fans. But obviously, when there was trouble last season and Weymouth came up, obviously they came. Some of them were quite intoxicated, I believe. Obviously, direct train up from Weymouth. So yeah, I don't know whether that would change it because I don't know if the young lads that were there just occupied that stand, like you say.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't want to move down to the other end, and then the Weymouth fans probably came up, and that's where probably some altercation happened during the game.
Okay, yeah.
I don't know for sure. I wasn't there, but yeah, I mean, we don't want to talk about those negatives, but I just think maybe if they put a stand in there, would that mean that there's a bit of cover? Obviously, most of the season's played in winter or poor weather conditions a lot of the time in the UK, so would that potentially fix that problem? I don't know, but again, it's a balance, isn't it? Because you don't want the club to invest loads of money and then not have a sort of a healthy balance.
Yeah. We just spoke then as well about the separation. Obviously, at the end of last season, after the Weymouth issues, they did end up segregating the away fans, didn't they?
I don't know, was it all the games after that or some of the games?
I think it was most of the games after.
Yeah, I know we went to Gloucester, didn't we? And they, obviously Gloucester broke.
Gloucester brought loads of high vis as well, didn't they?
Yeah, I think they were just messing about. I think
yeah.
they had to steward their own area. But yeah, I mean, I don't like to see it segregation at this level. I think, but then at the end of the day, if there's trouble, you have to stop it because you can't keep having trouble.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know, but again, we haven't seen segregation. We didn't see it at Chippenham. We didn't see it at Gosport so far. So hopefully we don't have to go back to that this season. But yeah, like I say, if they put a stand in, maybe that would solve a problem because it would encourage people to switch around at half time rather than being undercover if it's raining, for example.
Yeah. I was going to say as well, like if it is raining, do you think adding a stand might encourage more people to attend the matches?
I don't
possibly,
know.
Because then they're under a cover. Whereas if you go in there, you could be like, I'm not going to go there and get absolutely drenched. I mean, it's never bothered me, but
I don't think that. I don't think that's a thing. I think there's already enough stands there. There's enough cover at one end. If people want to sit in the stands, then they can. I think it's just more to mitigate the issue that we had with sort of that swap over and then trouble. Would a stand there with cover fix the problem? Possibly. Yeah. I mean, like we stand at that end under behind the goal, don't we?
And we
do switch over if it's dry, but we don't really want to switch over if it's wet. So we're in that sort of category where we don't really want to move. So I don't know. It's a tricky one, but yeah, we'll see whether the club do implement it and move it forward.
Yeah, perfect. And that brings us on to our last topic, which is the club media. So obviously yesterday was the first live coverage, live media commentating, which we ended up doing, which is lovely.
Yeah, supporting the club, so through this club's social media channel. Obviously, I don't know, potentially some of you did join it, but hopefully you did enjoy it. If you did, it'd be good to get some feedback. Obviously, just let us know. But I think I do think it's a good thing. Obviously, the club media has become a bit more advanced this season by looks things with some of the stuff that they're putting on there. They've re-established their YouTube channel, and I think it's only a positive to the club. I mean, some clubs get a bit funny about it because they obviously want people to go through the gate and buy a ticket. But I think if there's some games where they do commentary, I think reality is if we're going to go to a game, we'll go to a game, aren't we?
Yeah.
We're not going to go, the club's doing commentary, so we're going to stay at home. I wouldn't do that. I'd go to the game. If I'm to go to an away game, I'll go. But the beauty of live commentary is it engages fans a bit more than just through social media tweets or messages, that sort of thing. And gives an opportunity for people to listen into the game live, which is, I guess, an enhanced offering from the club. And I just think it's only a positive, really.
Yeah, no, definitely. No, I completely agree. I mean, it covers all bases as well, doesn't it? If you're on a holiday and you just can't make it for whatever reason.
Yeah, exactly. It's not just targeting people that just are at home thinking, shall I go or shall I go? Obviously, the people that are going to go, as we've already said. But people are going to listen. I know last season I was listening to Yate game actually. I was away in Milton Keynes with work. And I remember seeing on Wednesday night, I think we were playing something like pool or shawling or something like that, and they offered the commentary. And I just tuned in because I was like, it's great. And I listened to the whole game and I was loving it because I was listening to the game through, obviously it was through another club's media commentary, but I was really enjoying it. So it's like, well, I wish the club would do something like this. So it's good that the club have started to facilitate this and potentially just offering it on the odd occasion here and there, they can really enhance that moving forward.
Excellent.
Yeah, I think that's it, isn't it? So that's covered all 4 topics. Hope you enjoyed today's discussion. If you want to comment on it, please do. Any suggestions or anything, any feedback would be great, especially on the topics that we've discussed today. Hope you enjoyed the video. As I say, hit like and subscribe on the YouTube channel. We're on all the different social media platforms, just trying to build and grow the sort of channel and the offering. So follow us on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and obviously YouTube as well. It'd be great if you could subscribe to keep an eye on all the videos that we have for moving forward. So thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you on the next one.
Thank you very much.